Child support in Texas is calculated based on the child support calculator. It's really simple. It depends on how many kids do you have. If it's one kid, it's 20% of your income. Two kids, 25. Three kids, 30. It's a really simple formula. You can put it in on Google. You can just type in Office of Attorney General child support calculator, and this handy guide comes up and it will tell you what that child support obligation will likely be. Child support is based on the income of the obligor. They don't take the obligee's income into account at all. So whoever's paying child support, that is the income that matters. And it's a percentage of their income, and it's based on how many kids do you have. There's going to be some caveats to that, like if there's kids outside of the marriage that we need to account for that aren't involved in this lawsuit. But that's something you can talk to an attorney about to see if there's anything that needs to be factored in to change that child support obligation. Child support in Texas is going to typically end when a child is 18 or graduates from high school, whichever is later. If someone fails to pay child support in Texas, they can get in trouble really fast. It's unfortunate because they can go to jail for failing to pay child support. Typically, if someone is failing to pay child support, we're going to file a motion for enforcement against them where a court is going to potentially hold them in contempt for failing to pay child support. They can face punishments like jail time, they can lose their license, and they're going to have to pay your attorney's fees that have to go with that contempt. But the court's also going to make them pay everything that they didn't pay. What the court will typically do is tack on to the current child support obligation an amount that is going to help pay off that child support arrearage. So they may be paying an extra $200 a month until that past due amount has been paid. Divorces in Texas can be completed in as little as 60 days. That's that cooling off period that is required. That doesn't mean that's how quick your divorce is going to be. It's based on a number of factors like, what do we want to argue about? Now, if we're going to fight over pots and pans, it's going to be a much longer divorce case than if, people come to me and they just already have an agreement and they're ready to go. And so we're literally just going to be drafting a final divorce decree that everyone's going to sign, and we could turn it into the court. We could now get you divorced without you ever stepping foot in a courthouse. But that's a very different case than someone who's, I think that they're hiding assets. We need to do discovery. We need to take depositions. We need to get someone to go in and find these hidden accounts. That's going to be a longer process for divorce. So you could be looking at a year.